Greetings, Divine Radiance. How are you today? So I am so excited to be here with you all. Good morning, Mom. Good morning. So you guys, guess what? My parents are here. They moved here, right? But they left so I could work and they can go do a few things that they are going to do today. And I noticed my mom's actually on. So we actually got up really early and made dinner before we got started. So I'm here and I'm grateful and I'm excited. So how are you doing today? Let me know in the comments how you all are doing today. And Charmaine, I noticed you said that you were first, but you gave it to the next person. Awesome. So Tahira is actually the one that is getting it. So beautiful, beautiful. And I see Kimia is on as well. Welcome. And Anitra and Mimi, thank you for being here. Good morning, or good afternoon for some of you. It's afternoon for me. And I know those of you in the Bay Area and on West Coast time, it is actually morning still. So welcome, welcome. So I am going to take a few moments to show you all something. But before we get started with our Empower Hour, do me a huge favor. Take the link of this video and go share it on your Facebook page. Like, go share it, invite your community to come and join us as I show you guys this deck, and then we'll get started. So I'll take a little bit of time so you can have time to copy the link and go paste it on your Facebook and invite everyone to join, okay? So I'm really excited because, you know, a lot of you have asked about donating to the channel, and, you know, oftentimes the channels will receive donations because when we do the videos for free, it allows us to continue to do them, and then it allows us to buy new decks to keep them excited. But I also have a Amazon wish list, right? It's all in the description box. There's a way for those of you that choose to send cash donations and those of you that choose to send gifts. So my sister-in-law, Shamika, actually got this for my birthday off of the Amazon wish list. And so this deck is amazing. It's really, really amazing. So I'm just going to kind of show it to you all. Here's the book. And then the cards came in this little cool package. So we're going to use these cards today for part of our Empower Hour, but they're really amazing deck. So I'm so grateful. I already thanked her, but I'm thanking her again. And I was like, I'm going to use them as soon as I can, but I hadn't been on to do a video since I received them. So yeah, so this is pretty cool. So we will be doing some pulls from this deck today. And I have a few others out that Spirit guided me to grab. So we're in for a good time today. Are you guys ready to play with me? So let me know if you're ready to play. So let's see what you all are saying. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do your reading to here. And let me just see. Okay, Spirit is saying to use this one. This is for Tahira. What message do you have for her today? Okay. Oh, and look at there. The sexuality card came up for you. I just heard stretch your stuff, but not too much. I'm hearing be proud of who you are without overdoing it. So what's coming through is, you know, sometimes when we experience a change of some sort, I'm literally hearing a metamorphosis. Sometimes I'm here, I'm feeling myself. Sometimes we get to a point where we're really feeling ourselves, we're feeling really good. And then we get in this mode of our sensuality, our sexuality, and Spirit is saying this is great, but don't overdo it. And what I'm being told is it isn't always necessarily in the sense of like being overtly sexual, but it could be anything. You know what I mean? It could be working out. You know, what Spirit is telling me to tell you is just to not overdo it. Too much of a good thing is no longer a good thing. And what I'm being told, this applies to everything in your life. This isn't just about what the card is saying, but this is everything. Moderation is key. And also being in tune with and true to your soul will help you to stay in that point of being you, right? And not overdoing anything, because when you overdo it, you're moving away from being who you truly are. I'm hearing it's also time for you to pick up your studies. It's time for you to stop procrastinating. You know what you came for, so get to it. Okay, so I just heard, okay, that's it. And then I started to hear something else. Was that something else to hear? I'm being told to tell you, just breathe through the hardships and trust that better days are coming. They always do. Don't get so caught up in fear that you make yourself stagnant. And as I'm saying that, and they're saying it again, the coronavirus, like, you know, like today there was a note on my door and my bonus dad was reading it. And when I realized what it was about, it was like, you don't even have to read that to me, right? You know, I'm good, you know? So, and is this for her specifically? I heard yes and everyone. So yeah, just don't get caught up in fear that you get stagnant in all areas, but that specifically came up. You're in control. Shield yourself, protect yourself, do what you must. Okay. Spirit saying that is all. Let me know how that resonates with you. Let me know how it resonates. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get into our breathing. So for those of you that are joining us for the first time, welcome. If you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so. And for those of you that are subscribed, thank you so much for being here. Welcome back. But each week, what we do is we meet at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. We meet at 1:30 p.m. Eastern time for Empower Hour. And we always have a first card pull, a free single card pull for the first person on, and then we do our breathing. We inhale slow and deep through our nose, love and light, and we exhale slowly out through our mouths so that we're able to release all that's no longer serving us. Now, if there's something specific that you're choosing to release, by all means, focus on that as you're exhaling, okay? And then after our breathing, we get into the general message for us as a collective. And at the end, I offer a $20 mini reading. So that's either a single question read or you can just ask for a general, okay? So while you're breathing, I'm going to send, you're so welcome, Tahira. Thank you for being here. I'm going to send Reiki to your heart chakra and your solar plexus. And keep in mind the energy is intelligent, so it will go wherever your mind, body, or spirit calls for it to go. And I know I always speak of the chakras, and not everyone may be familiar, but your solar plexus is right here. It's right there. So I'm just going to send that energy to your solar plexus and your heart chakra, okay? So go ahead and close your eyes and get comfortable. Take those slow, deep breaths, inhaling through your nose, love and light. And then exhaling out through your mouth, releasing all that's no longer serving you. And as you continue to inhale love and light and continue to exhale all that's not serving you, I call on highest light guides, angels, ancestors, healers, teachers, wise ones, and ascended masters. I call on you and I thank you for filling this space. I thank you for using me as a vessel of light and love. And I thank you for using me to deliver a message that is rooted in highest light, love, and truth. I thank you for opening the souls and the minds of those I'm called to serve today so that they may receive whatever is meant for them. I thank you, and so it is. So just go ahead and continue to breathe, breathing in slow and deep, love and light. And continuing to exhale and release all that's no longer serving you. What I'd like you to do is go ahead and bring your attention to your crown chakra located at the top of your head. And just give your crown chakra permission to open. Opening your crown chakra now. And just setting the intention to allow loving golden light to pour in through your crown from the cosmos. Allowing yourself to connect to the divine or your highest source of power. And just allow that energy to pour down into your third eye. Allow it to flow out to your ear chakras, down to your throat, down to your heart chakra and your solar plexus, down to your sacral and your root, and just allow that loving energy to travel down your thighs, your knees, and your calves, feeling it in your ankles and in your feet. And as you feel that energy in your feet, just give your soles of your feet permission to open and allow your feet to grow roots now. Feeling those roots as they travel through the surface that your feet are on, penetrating Mother Earth and traveling down to her core. And just allow yourself to connect with and feel the heartbeat of Mother Earth. Feeling her energy as it comes in through those roots, traveling up through the soles of your feet, up through your root chakra, your sacral, your solar plexus. Feel that energy traveling up to your heart and your throat, up to your ear chakras, your third eye, and up and out your crown. And just allow the energy of Mother Earth to connect to the energy of your highest source of power. And just visualize them dancing and intertwining. And feel them together enter back in through your crown and traveling throughout your entire cellular being. Creating a powerful energy of healing, giving permission and setting the intention for that energy to continue to loosen all the energy that's no longer serving you so that you are able to continue to breathe in love and light with every exhale and release with every exhale. Inhale, you're breathing in that love and light, and exhaling, you're releasing. Setting the intention, this will continue throughout the rest of your day. And so it is. And when you're ready, just go ahead and open your eyes and we will get started. How are you all feeling? Hey, Cheryl, welcome. If you feel relaxed or better than you did before, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up and let's get into it. All right, let's see what Spirit's got in store for us today. This shall be fun. Gonna pull some from this beautiful gift from Shamika and see what we get to from there. Okay, see what we get. Oh, wow, I love that. That's a beautiful card. And the bottom. Okay. Are they backwards? Upside down, yeah. I am good, Cheryl. Thank you. Thank you. How are you? Okay. Oh, that is good. I'm going to stop right there. Spirit's like, that's it. Okay, so the first card we got is self-sabotage. And just take a look at that picture. Okay, before we even get into like the extended messages coming through, Spirit is saying to point out the picture, right? Point out the picture and look at how these skeletal figures, they have a hold on her. And look at how her light, the light from her candle is blown out. And notice how she has her hand on her solar plexus. That's our power center, right? And the first thing that's coming through as I see this self-sabotage card is that she's gripped by fear, right? She's gripped by fear. And that fear has extinguished her light. It's taken away her power. And although she's holding on to that candle, the light is gone. And look at what it's doing. It's attempting to take the candle from her, so she doesn't even have a way to bring her light back, right? And so what Spirit is having me remind you of is the fact that fear is one of the greatest forms of self-sabotage, right? When we can remember that fear stands for false evidence appearing real, right? False evidence appearing real. It becomes real when you give it power. It becomes real when you feed it with your belief, right? But if you can stay in that stance of knowing, let's be logical for a minute. If I am able to create my reality and I believe this wholeheartedly, then there is nothing to be afraid of but fear itself, right? And in that sense, just releasing the fear will put us back in our power and allow our light to shine, right? A lie. So thank you. What Spirit is saying is we are surrounded by many lies, and it's important for us to recognize the lies that are around us. But the biggest lie that we must recognize is the one that we tell ourselves, right? The one that we tell ourselves. I'm going to tell you all, I just got tested recently, right? My son, Friday, I picked him up from school. His back was hurting really, really bad, right? Next day, he's starting to get sick, right? Starting to get sick. He's really, really sick. And Spirit's like, it's just a cold. So I had my son saying, it's just a cold, right? It's just a cold. Before my mom even got here, I said, Mom, don't go into panic mode and start, because in the past, my mom would be like, take him to the doctor. I'm like, no, so he can catch something he can't get rid of. So anyways, my mom shifted, and so she's not there anymore, but it's like, it's just a cold, right? So if we were to be feeding into that fear place, right, we very well could have manifested it into being something other than what it is. It's just a cold. Today, he's at school. You know what I mean? So what Spirit is telling us is it's important for us to be aware of what we're feeding, right? What are we feeding, right? Whatever we feed, it grows. So feed that belief and that knowledge, that knowing that you are in total control of your life. You are in total control of your energy. So like this woman here, right? She's holding on. She's got her hand on her power center, and look at her face. She's still afraid, right? But if you look closely, it looks like she's starting to get a little bravery there. And it looks like she's saying mine, right? Mine. No, you can't have it, And they're still reaching. And I'm going to say they're trying, right? Because they're not going to be successful. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. And as I'm saying that, Spirit is pointing out the number 2, and Spirit is saying embracing your dual self, right? So when we think in terms of fear, it's okay when you feel it, right? It's okay because as a human being, there was a part of me, like I woke up to hear my son just coughing and coughing. And it's like, okay, what am I feeling right now, right? I connect to Spirit. Okay, Spirit, is he okay? Yes. Okay, great. And then it's just a cold. It's just a cold, right? So it's not to say that you won't have experiences or you will never feel fear again, or you'll never feel lack again, or any of the things that tend to be lower vibrating, right? It's not to say we won't experience it or feel it, but are we aware enough to be real with ourselves when we're feeling it? And then what do we do to release it, right? What do we do to release it? For me, oftentimes, first of all, I identify it, right? Then I have a whole lot of conversations with me in Spirit, but then I also connect to it in my body, like where am I feeling it? And I breathe it out, right? Because it's an energy. Everything is energy, right? We can either inhale it or we can exhale it, right? So when I feel it there, I exhale it, right? I release it. So not beating ourselves up. When Spirit is telling me to remind us of our dual selves, it's like we are these spiritual beings. We are these divine beings having a human experience. So when we fall into our humanness, Spirit is saying, don't judge it, acknowledge it, learn from it, and grow, right? And move on. So let's see what y'all are saying. Awesome, Cheryl. I'm glad to hear that. Oh, thank you so much, Tahara. Thank you. Shamika said, hi, everyone. Sending love and light to all, asking for positive energies. I'm home recovering from a cold. Sending you positive energy, healing energy, and a speedy recovery. And I showed everyone the deck, so I believe you missed it, but there's a few cards in our collective message today from the deck. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And feel better, feel better. Charmaine said, this is powerful. Naya said, hello, everyone. Cheryl said, feel better soon, Shamika. Starting off strong with the message, Nahkila. Thank you, Cheryl. Naya said, my son has been coughing a lot too, but it's just a yucky cold. Yes, 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 yes. We're choosing to be in our power, right? We're choosing to be in control of our lives, right? It's not to say that we're going to walk around, with that G on our chest, that D on our chest. I am the divine and that is it, right? Because we're the divine having a human experience, right? So we were incarnated here to experience the human side of things, right? But those of us that are chosen to awaken and to be those light bringers, those light bearers, those light warriors and workers, right? We've chosen to make it our duty and our mission to evolve from just being human, right? We've chosen to connect to our souls. We've chosen to connect with our inner divinity and that wisdom within our soul, right? So that we can help others do the same. And as I'm saying that, it's kind of coming through like a game of Monopoly or Uno. You know, why do we play a game? Well, we get something out of it. It's usually fun. We're usually connecting, right? And so if we look at this experience as a game, it's just a big game, right? Now, you can either be someone that got dragged into playing the game and you really didn't feel like it, or you could be like, yes, I am ready. I'm about to win. I'm the winner. I'm the champ. Like me, I talk so much mess, right? Even games I'm not good at or games I've never played. You will not know by the mess I talk, right? And a lot of times I win probably because of the fact that I believe I'm a winner in everything I do. So when it comes to life, let's believe that we're winners. Let's believe in our power. Let's believe in the facts, which are, I am the beginning and the end of my reality. I create what it is. You know, that's the biggest step. If we can grasp that, oh my goodness. If we can grasp that and apply that fact in our lives, everything else is just going to fall into place. It's all just going to align, right? You may notice when you make a choice to start your healing journey, right? Or when you make a choice to shift, there's so many things that start to fall in place. I can't tell you how many messages I've received, right? We've gotten a few new people join the mentorship, and I've gotten so many messages about how things are aligning, the synchronicities, things are flowing, things are being created, right? And it's like, because you made a choice. And when you take a step towards yourself, spirit matches your step and then some, right? So it's only natural, right? You've made a choice. You've chosen to redirect your cells, and now spirit's like, oh, I got you. Okay, positive. That's what we're choosing now. Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet, right? So yeah. So let's see what our next card is. Let's see. Hi, my beautiful sister Alice. You guys check out Alice's channel. Amazing. I actually had an opportunity to watch your Pisces, and then I fell asleep, so I will be finishing that. I'll be finishing it. Hi, Brianna. Welcome. We're just getting started. You're right on time. Shamika said, yes, this man asked me, did I have that virus when he heard me cough? I told him no, and then canceled and deleted it, send it to wherever it was meant to go for cleansing. Yes, and so it is. Yes, yes, yes. How's that? Hello, beautiful sister. Blessings to you too. Anitra said, LOL, I talk trash at games too. Psych people out. Okay, listen. I be talking mess because in my mind, I really believe I'm gonna win at whatever it is, right? Some things physically, I'm just, when it comes to sports, I was a cheerleader, a track runner, and volleyball player. All the other sports, no. I can play some change real good though. I can play some change now. But yeah, I talk mess. It's fun to talk mess. And then if I have somebody talking mess back, oh, it's real fun. Me and my twin, we're both mess talkers. So I believe I have the most fun playing with him and my 16-year-old, because my 16-year-old talks mess too. And my niece, she's fun too, but she is more of a cheater than a mess talker. So we got home. So I was hearing two things. First, I'm hearing home is where the heart is, right? And then I'm also hearing it's time for you to come home to your soul, right? And what spirit is referring to is more or less our belief system, right? Right now, the reason why the message is coming through about our belief system is because, thank you, I'll tell them, is because what's happening right now is our beliefs are being altered and shifted through fear, right? So going back to this card here. So when we're born with all the tools to build a house, right? Home is where the heart is. We're born with all the tools, right? But then when we start looking at those tools and we start allowing outside influences to interfere, we're looking at that hammer like, is this hammer really going to be strong enough to put that nail in that wall? As a matter of fact, is this even a hammer? Does my hand even work? It's too heavy. What if I fail? Right? So now we have all these tools and we end up putting them in the tool shed, and now they've collected dust and they're rickety, raggedy, they're rusted, right? And we go out there like, well, what in the world is this for? Right? And so now our only option are the houses that are given to us, right? Right? When we were meant to build our own house. What does your dream house look like, right? What does your dream house feel like, right? Not these manufactured tract homes all look the same, right? All feel the same, right? You know, no substance, just wood and something slapped on it, right? So Spirit is telling us to come back to our true nature of being, this was our last card we got, magicians, alchemists, priests and priestesses, right? Some of us are witches. I'm even hearing mavens. It's time for us to get back to who we really are, right? And now for those of you that you hear that word witch and you're like, whoa, listen. When Spirit said, look at this number 2, and we talk about duality, right? And we talk about what goes up must go down, as above, so below. There's high vibrating everything and there's low vibrating everything. So a terminology or a title in itself does not define, right? Does not define anything. It depends on the person, their intentions, their energy. So for those of you that may hear certain words and there's a trigger, Spirit is saying expand your mind, right? Expand your mind. Again, our first card is that self-sabotage through fear, right? That's one of the houses that we've been forced to live in, right? And when I say force, in reality, there's no force. And look, we gave our power away. If you teach me to fear something that can empower me, right, then I'm never going to come equipped to this fight and have a fighting chance to win, because I'm too afraid to pick up my weapons. Now, these tools were also in my tool belt, but you've taught me that ratchet wrench was something to fear, and now I won't even pick it up, and you got a whole arsenal, right? So yeah, Spirit is saying it's time for us to come home. It's time for us to remember who we are. It's time for us to live in our truth. And as I'm saying that, look at these 2 cards. What Spirit is telling us, the blue representing the throat chakra, it's also time for us to begin speaking our truth, right? Speaking our truth, because so many of us were coming into the wisdom and the knowledge through our awakening, but we're still silent, right? We're still silent. So Spirit is saying, don't get into debates with people that aren't interested, right? But when you feel that little ting in your heart or that ting in your solar plexus, that feeling to say something, Spirit is saying, say something. You may not always know why you're being told to say what you're saying. You may not always get to reap the blessing of seeing how it affected someone in a positive way, right? But even if you plant a seed today that doesn't bloom until next lifetime, you've still done what your soul agreed to do for that soul that you encountered, right? So let's see what you all are saying. Oh, I'm so glad too, Anitra. Anitra said, yes, it's a choice. So glad I finally caught you live. Alice said, LOL, I was tired when I was done too. Well, see, I was in bed when I started watching, so I was already on my way out. And I believe I rewound it twice. And then finally, I was literally knocked out when I woke up. A whole nother person's video was on. I was like, I will definitely rewatch when I'm not on my way out. Cheryl said, this sounds like the subject of manifesting. I love this subject. Hey, TK. Okay, so look, we got this next card. Shamika, this is from the deck you sent. Pretty amazing deck. So look, it says methods for the healing power of, the analyzing of, resulting from the perfectionism of, and then it says the serving of others, the details of, do what you must do, and. Okay, so I'm just going to break it down one by one and see what Spirit has. Methods for the healing power of self is what I'm hearing. The analyzing of your life, your choices, your decisions, your surroundings, the motives of others, resulting from the perfectionism of believing that you aren't already whole and complete and perfect. Okay? And then we also have the serving of others. Make sure you're not serving others to the point where you forget about self. The details of, what I'm hearing is the small details don't matter. What matters is how you live. What matters is how you believe and what you do with that belief system. Because you can have a belief and a knowing, but if you're not applying what you believe and what you know, it's like not believing or knowing at all. You're also being called to remember the sentiment of each one teach one. This information that you accumulate, this knowledge that you gain, it's not meant to be just for you. For some of you, it's also about releasing that fear. Okay, and then I heard speak on it. Okay, so one of the things, now, those of you that have been tuning in since we started, you remember when Nipsey passed and, in the beginning, he would come and speak, right? And so at one point, Spirit said, this comes with the territory, right? Now, there was something that I shared with my mom a while ago, right? It was something that I would feel, and it took me a while to actually say something, right? Like Spirit has shown me my path, Spirit has shown me my journey, Spirit has told me my purpose. So I'm very aware of what this is, what this looks like, what destiny I'm fulfilling, and also what goals I'm choosing to accomplish in this lifetime, right? And so at one point, I had this feeling that I would be a target, right? And so it took a while to verbalize that. It took a while to verbalize it. And I didn't verbalize it until I got to a point of coming to grips with that, releasing fear around it, and really waiting for Spirit to just guide me, right? So when Nipsey passed, Spirit said, it comes with the territory. Are you still down? And I said, very much so. I dedicate my life to this, right? This is why I was created. There's no Kool-Aid pumping through my veins, right? So the thing that's going on is Spirit is telling us that some of us, we carry this fear because when you start speaking truth and the larger your platform becomes and you start helping to awaken that space in other souls, and then they start, and this is domino effect, right? Now, with that being said, I'm protected, I'm covered, right? Right? I'm protected and covered by the love of God, and so are you, right? But what Spirit is telling us is it comes with the territory. Are you willing to sacrifice it all to fulfill your destiny, right? To fulfill your purpose, right? That's the kind of fearlessness we're being called to have, not just in how we serve, but in our life, right? You know how they say if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So what do you stand for, right? What do you stand for? Why are you doing this, right? Why are you doing whatever this is for you, right? So Spirit is telling you to just really be in that power space of knowing I create my reality, right? I create my reality. And when you're in that space of being aware, we've been targeted for eons, right? But in this lifetime, I'm choosing to do the work, and I'm choosing to grow and learn and evolve and share, right? And I'm choosing to rest in peace at a ripe old age of natural causes, right? So yeah, Spirit is just telling us to grab the reins and to be in control. And even that knowing of what comes with the territory, because we're aware we have free will, so we can also put some manifestation in that, not overthinking it, but just choosing. What am I choosing? That's what I'm choosing, right? So that felt like a long little ramble, but Spirit said, speak about it. So there we go. We speaking about it. It says, do what you must do. And I heard keep shining, keep believing. And then I started hearing, knowing you can always count on me for sure. Remember, that's what friends are for. Our guides are letting us know that's what they're for. That's what they're for. That's what friends are for. They're here to guide us, to protect us, to show us, to shield us. My mom, her fur baby, her and my bonus dad's fur baby Tay is here, and her and Ganesh has been attempting to be friends, and she's been hissing and growling. I'm like, Tay, you are not a dog. But she's afraid. I was like, she's just afraid, and she's attempting to be the dominant one first. But they're actually both afraid of each other. So let's see what you all are saying. Hey, Pat, welcome. Oh, I'm so glad he's out of the hospital, and sending healing energy to him. Pat said, that's powerful. And you said, thank you for sharing. You're welcome. TK said that song came to me too. So look, we got another one. And what it says is energies to meet the challenge of, look at Spirit, right? Energies to meet the challenge of your desires resulting from the honesty and strength of And then we have your willpower, what you think you know about, do it your own way. And okay, didn't we just covered this card too without even knowing what the card said? So Spirit said we literally just covered these topics and everything we just talked about, right? So your willpower, again, what is your why? What is your why? Oftentimes I've asked, like, why do I care so much? You know what I mean? Like, why do I care so much? Like, I've always been a caring person, but why do I care so much? I still don't really have like a solid answer to say, this is why I care so much. But what it is from the logical, knowledgeable part is when you begin vibrating higher and you vibrate at that frequency of love, that love starts with self, and then it literally pours out into the world, right? It literally pours out into the world. You just start to love and you just start to care, and you become this big old fountain of just feelings and emotions, and and not in the way where we think emotional is not a good thing, right? But where you just love and it makes you feel good to see others do well, right? When we're taught to love our neighbors as we love ourselves, right? Well, if we don't love ourselves, then we're loving our neighbors how we love ourselves, always, right? We're always doing that. It's not something we learn to do. It's not something we choose to do or we began to do. We're literally always doing that, but it starts with ourselves, right? If there's someone that's not loving me the way I deserve to be loved, I'm not taking it personal. I'm if anything, looking at them like, oh, let me give you a little more love because you're showing me the lack of love you have for self, right? Sometimes that little more love is from a distance, right? Depending on how toxic it is, right? If it's toxic or not. So, yeah. What you think you know about. So what I'm hearing is, what do you think you know about who you are? Sometimes just have that conversation with self where you kind of just like, okay, who am I really? And taking those slow, deep breaths and connecting to your soul and literally, who am I really? Who am I? You'll get the answers. I remember being on the phone with my mom and out of nowhere, Spirit just started speaking through me. I was channeling at that point, and I have been wondering, like, who am I? Am I a star seed? Am I a rainbow? Am I a this? Am I a that? And Spirit told me who I was, and I'm like, let me look that up because I ain't never even heard of that before, right? So when you start asking the question, Spirit will most definitely answer you. So just allow yourself to be still, right? Take those slow, deep breaths, connect to your soul, go to your solar plexus, bring your breathing there, and just ask those questions, have those conversations. Like, who am I really? And then when Spirit gives you that answer, ask another question. Well, what exactly does that mean? Get your answers. What are my most powerful gifts? Get your answer. How am I being called to apply these gifts to my healing? Get your answer. How am I being called to apply these gifts to the healing of the collective? Get your answer. Oftentimes we'll talk to Spirit, right? And we'll get answers and then we're just like, oh, okay, but I'm not really sure what that means. And we stop. But I always say, talk to Spirit like you would a person. If I were to say something to you and we were having a conversation and you didn't understand, you're going to be like, Nahkila, well, what do you mean by that? Do the same with Spirit. There's no answer that you will not receive if you ask. And you don't have to be in a certain point of your journey. I told you when I was at my lowest of the low, my rock bottom, and I started asking, what is my purpose? And I heard life coaching. I wasn't awakened and healed and any of that, but Spirit answered, right? Spirit answered. So when we go back to what we believe, if you believe that you'll receive an answer, you will. You will. Okay, let's see what you're saying. You're so welcome, Pat. Okay, perfect. My mom said you always been caring and loving all your life. Oh, thanks, Mom. But it really went to another level after I began to love me more and vibrate at that frequency of love. You know what I mean? It's even like when I became vegan, I've shared with you all that I didn't become vegan for the animals. Like, that was not my concern. It wasn't. I just didn't even think about that, But I became vegan because, number one, I had been saying for a while, I was like, oh, maybe I'll become vegan one day. I'm thinking health reasons at the time, right? But still wasn't doing it. But remember when I said every day, I was thanking the divine for assisting me with and allowing me to be the best version of myself, right? This was one of my daily things, the best version of myself. So as we're saying this and we're claiming this, for those of you that do mirror work, well, then things are going to start to happen that will align me with what I'm claiming, right? What I'm declaring for myself, because I'm shifting my vibration. So here's the thing. When you're shifting your vibration, you don't have to struggle through anything. A lot of people say, you know what, I'm going to become vegan. And then they struggle. They miss the meat. They miss certain foods. And it's like tough to do it. But because each day, thank you for assisting me with being the best version of myself. Thank you for allowing me to be the best version of myself. When I used to eat meat, it got to the point where it was like, ew, this is not good. It literally made me feel like I had to vomit. Then I took level 2 Reiki for the second time. And that whole weekend, we didn't eat meat. We just had the salads, things from my mentor's garden, And then after that, I had no desire at all. So Spirit heard me when I said, thank you, right, for assisting me with being the best version of myself. And how am I the best version of myself? When I'm vibing high, and eating meat lowers my vibration. It lowers yours too. Why? Because those animals are tortured. They're put in these horrible situations, and they're living in fear. They know what's going to happen to them. Anybody who has animals, you know how intelligent they are, right? So they know that they're being slaughtered. They hear what's going on. They feel what's going on. They're also being abused, right? Beyond abused, right? So all of this fear, all of this anxiety, all of this stress, all of this worry is in their energetic system. And when they're murdered, that energy is still in their system. And then we eat all that fear, all that stress, all that worry, all that anxiety, and now it's existing in our system. You are what you eat, right? It's not the days where, tribal men and women, they were hunting their food, and, they had rituals to bless the food, and you know what I mean? And the animals were caught off guard, so they're in their natural habitat. There's no fear, stress, worry. The whole system is designed, right, to keep us right here, right? You are what you eat. So because I told Spirit, I am choosing to be the best version of me, and thank you for making that happen, the desire was gone. It was gone. I didn't struggle through it. It was just gone, right? It was gone. So, yeah. Spirit is funny. Because I'm just like, okay, Spirit, you got me going on a roll. You got me going on a tangent. And then Spirit said, you go, girl. So that was funny. Anything else for this? Do it your own way, and I'm hearing don't look back, don't regret, right? You guys remember that song, I Did It My Way, but it's like, I did it my way, right? And remember what Whitney said? I used to love that part. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I lived as I believe. No matter what they take from me. She said they can't take away my dignity, but I'm saying they can't take away my divinity, right? They can't take away my divinity. They can't take away your divinity, right? When you stand in that, you stand in your power, right? When you stand in your divinity, you stand in your power. They can't take it away. You can give it away, but they can't take it away, right? They can't take it away. So the more you connect with your soul, the more you connect with who you are, the more you tune out, right? The outside chatter, noise, clutter, right? The more in your divinity you become, right? The more you're able to navigate through the matrix, this world, right? Right? When you stay in that frequency of love, right? That's a part of your power. That's a part of your divinity. When you stay in the frequency of love, you're able to stay in the frequency of peace, right? And when you're in the love frequency, the peace frequency, right? The happy frequency, right? The unity frequency, you're able to manifest your world. So let's take away their ability to do that, right? And when you're doing that, this is what you create. Because you're already blessed, right? You're blessed because remember, you got those tools in the shed. Go ahead and bust the lock off, walk in that shed, dust off, get rid of the cobwebs, and start playing around with these tools and watch what you build, right? You're already blessed. So Spirit is saying, now step into your role as a magician and alchemist, right? Right? And now create blessings in your life because you're blessed. You're blessed. Create the blessings. Give yourself an opportunity, right? And this card came in upside down. Oh, look at this. The thinker card came in upside down. You know why? And look, 4-4. Oh, you guys, there's 10 people on. There's 10 thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up. We got that mirror effect, 10-10. We're ending those cycles. We're creating those beginnings, right? We're creating those beginnings. But the reason why the thinker card came in upside down is because Spirit is saying, too much thinking. Too much thinking. It's time to believe. It's time to know, right? It's time to get out of your head and into your heart. We've been taught, right? We've been taught that our heart will screw us every time. We got to listen to our brain because if we follow our heart, we're going to get hurt. Our heart tends to lead us in all these places that don't feel good. No, it does not. In reality, it is our brain that's doing that. Because when we're operating from that place of our thoughts, this is what we do, right? This is what we do. Because here's the thing. Our thoughts can be affected. Our thoughts can be altered. Our soul is what it is, right? Our soul cannot be touched, right? Our heart is connected to our soul. So even that, we've been taught the opposite. You guys ever used to play opposite day with your kids? Me and my kids were weird. We do all kind of stuff. My kids used to have cuss day where they could cuss. And listen, you might be like, what? Yeah, I let them have cuss day because a lot of times things that you feel you can't do, you're super eager to do, right? And then I also taught them they're just words and there's no power behind words except the power you give the words, right? I could be like, oh, you cute little shit. And you don't feel bad about that because I just called you a little shit. You only feel bad if I'm you little, and I could say, you are so beautiful. And I could say it in the meanest tone and make you bust out in tears, right? So those were my reasons behind it. But we used to play opposite day, right? And Spirit is saying, this world that we live in has been designed to be a big old opposite day. But let's see what the T says. It says, may this day bring you peace, tranquility, and harmony. I love it. And so it is. And so it is. Look at this, you guys. Look what we got. Clean it up. Clean it up. Clean it up. We got clean it up. Spirit is like, clean it up. It is time to clean it up. Listen. And I'm hearing, can't touch this. Don't act like you guys weren't Hammer fans. I was a Hammer fan. I remember Hammer used to bring Kenny. I went to school. This boy, Kenny, I went to school with, his dad was Hammer's hairstylist, right? And so he brought Kenny to school a few times, but we loved Hammer. Hammer was the bomb, Everybody turned on him. I still like Hammer. Let's get it started. Oh, yeah, you put that on. I'm doing the typewriter and the Cabbage Patch. I might even do the prep and no, not the robot, just playing. So clean it up. Clean it up. What are we cleaning up, Spirit? I'm hearing your heart. Clean it up, right? Clean it up. Clean it up. And so what I'm being told is, when we think in terms of heart healing, right? And we have all this junk around our heart. Listen, around our heart. It's not really in our heart. It's around our heart, right? It's around our heart and it's affecting the energy within. So what Spirit is saying, clean it up. Clean it up, right? Don't believe the hype. Don't believe anything you have been taught. Explore, right? Explore. And who are you going to explore with? Spirit, right? Utilize those tools that you're learning, right? Connect to your soul. You can do like I do when I'm sending you Reiki. You don't have to be Reiki certified to send yourself that divine energy. We can all channel it, right? We can all channel it. Go ahead and call on your highest light, guides, ancestors, angels, right? Healers, teachers, ascended masters, wise ones. You can call on extraterrestrials, fairies, Cupid, whatever you call on, as long as it's in light and love, and channel that loving energy, right? And then just start asking and be still. And you'll know when it's coming from spirit. You'll know. And just allow it to flow, right? Allow it to flow. Allow yourself, I'm here to debunk it all, right? Clean it up. Clean it up. Clean it up. Nobody's going to clean it up but you, right? You can't hire a maid to do this, right? Now you can hire someone to come and help you clean, right? I can help you clean, but I can't clean for you, right? I can help, but I can't do it for you, right? I can allow spirit to guide me on how to guide you, but it's up to you to get out that broom and choose to get rid of that falsehood, right? To get rid of those limiting beliefs, those limiting illusions, right? And to reconnect with who you are on a soul level. So let's see what you all are saying. TK said, oh shit, come on, ancestors. Cheryl said, that's how I am. I love seeing people happy. Yes, yes, yes. You know, I told my twin flame, I said, I don't do the things that I do to like get brownie points or to win you over. Like I do the things that I do because it truly brings me joy to bring you joy, right? Now, I'm not going to do things that like compromise my soul. Like I'm not going to do anything where I'm not feeling happiness and just do it for you. And I like that he doesn't do that either, you know, but it'll make him happy. Like there's, you know, a point where yes, you compromise, right? And you may not feel like going to the store today, but you say, you know, okay, I'm choosing to do this. And it doesn't really affect you. That's different, right? But in love, we've been taught that it means in order for me to prove I love you, and we've had this talk before, then I've got to sacrifice everything that I love or everything that makes me happy just so that you feel loved. Well, it's not your job to make me feel loved. It's not my job to make you feel loved, right? It's my job to love me. It's your job to love you, right? And whomever's in our lives. But what we can do, we can be that butter on that biscuit. We can be that icing on that cake. We can add to what's already there, right? So it's all about us coming into any situation whole and complete, right? Whole and complete. We're not finding our better half, right? We're finding our other whole, right? Our other whole. Because I am perfect, whole, and complete. You know, that's what Spirit is telling us to say. I am perfect, whole, and complete, right? Every day, I am perfect, whole, and complete. So yeah. Cheryl said, my Wi-Fi is lagging. I might be a minute or two behind. Okay. Brianna said, yes. Brianna said, I love this. I'm so glad. I'm so grateful. Charmaine said, LMFAO, that's awesome. Shamika's, yes, cuss day. Oh yeah, we used to have fun. It was funny though, especially, you know, my youngest son when he was little. And here's the thing though, he always was like, when he could have cuss day, he was always cussing at his dad. Him and his dad was never real close because, you know, his dad was in the Navy. And by the time he was born, we chose to stay in Washington State our entire time. So as a result, he went from ship to ship. So we didn't move around like traditional military family, right? I remember when his dad came home and he had his hand on my lap. And then my son literally grabbed his hand, picked it up, moved it, sat it on his leg and put his hand on my leg and said, mine. So that was their dynamics. He was like, who is this, you know, Harpo, who this man coming in here, touching my mama's leg, taking my mama's time? Well, I got to divide it, not just with my brother, but him too. Oh no, you know, so yeah. You know, I just really believe in removing fences and gates and things that make children feel like they can't be themselves, right? They can't be themselves. You know, there's all sorts of things. Like I don't curse in front of my mom. Like my son and I, we were talking about the other day. I was like, your grandmother doesn't understand how much I cuss, you know, because I don't cuss in front of her. I said, I only do that because, you know, I set the tone not to, and she appreciates it. You know, it's like they're words, you know, they're just words. And so my children know that they're words. It's not about the word. It's about your intention. Be kind to people, be respectful to people, treat people how you choose to be treated. But don't let someone who created a language tell you which words are okay to use and which ones are not, which ones are good and which ones are bad, because it falls under control again. who is to say that red is a good word, but shit is a bad word? Like, who created that? You know, it's all about control. It's just weird, right? It's weird. Let's just wrap it up in that weird package, right? It's just weird. So that was always my thought process with my boys. As long as it's not hurting anyone, as long as you're respectful, you know? And I'm really proud of both of them. I actually have two really amazing sons. I'm so grateful. So grateful. TK said, I believe in giving kids some things a little sooner than normal to take away the urge. Yeah, you know, with my boys, I always made them understand that they could talk to me about anything. You know what I mean? A lot of people are shocked and they feel like my children, they're like, you think they will? I'm like, no, my children will talk to me about anything. Anything. Like, we've had some conversations that most boys especially won't talk to their moms about. You know what I mean? It's just funny because I thought about the time when my son was in the tub, my younger son. So it's funny. I had seen a memory pop up not too long ago on Facebook because I thought this was the most hilarious thing. So he was in the tub and I came in to wash his hair. He was younger, right? And I noticed he was growing hair. And so I told him, I said, oh, well, now that you're growing hair there, you're probably going to get your period soon. And then he goes, I think I already did because my voice is deeper. It was the funniest thing. He really thought, like, you know, and to this day we laugh about it because he was serious. He was so serious. It was hilarious. You had to be there. It's one of those you had to be there because I'm really not telling it to where you feel how hilarious it was because I'm joking. My kids know I'm silly. And he's just like, I think I already did because my voice is deeper. So, yeah, it was funny. But let's see. Shamika said, letting me know it was time to get back to a better eating habits because it's been crazy since starting work. I haven't had meat in a couple of days. 30 days, no coffee. Awesome. TK said, that's great, Shamika. TK said, why can't I spell today? Anitra said, I enjoy cuss words too. Express, not to hurt. Yeah. Cheryl said, I saw a video the other day talking about where the word shit derives from. You're going to have to share that with us. TK said, exactly, Anitra. Yes, you know, and my grandmother, she, that was one of her big words, right? She didn't really use many, but that one, and my grandfather would be like, sweet, don't poop on yourself. They were funny. But look, our last card is the Magician. The Magician. And we've been talking about this the whole time. The whole time, right? 5 and 3 is 8, that eternity symbol, right? That you're eternal. You are eternal. Your soul is eternal, right? And Spirit is saying, let's just go back to that for a minute, right? Let's go back to that for a minute. We were talking about how we've been taught to believe that our heart will steer us wrong, right? And our thought, our head will steer us right. And Spirit is saying, you know, stress that because that's not being stressed enough, right? It's not being stressed enough. Our thoughts can be affected by outside forces. Our heart, which is connected directly to our soul, cannot, right? But when you start to believe that your heart is going to steer you wrong, right? Well, then what ends up happening is you no longer trust in your own internal GPS system, right? Why? Because we love. Naturally, we love everybody, right? That's just who we are as divine spiritual beings. We love everybody. And so when you love, right? Because you love everybody, period. You love everybody. That's your natural state of being, right? When you love, and then you may receive signals saying, oh, that's a red flag. That's one soul that you love because you just do, but you're not meant to come into union with them. You're not meant to be best friends. You're not meant to be lovers. You're not meant to be spouses, but you ignore your intuition, right? You ignore it because you don't trust it, or you ignore it because you don't feel worthy for anything greater, right? Or you ignore it for some other reason, but you still ignore it. And then your mind starts to make excuses why it's okay to ignore it, why you can't trust it, why it's okay to move forward. I don't have a reason to stop talking to this person. Yeah, you do. You just got an intuitive hit. Spirit was just speaking to you through your intuition. That's the only reason necessary. You felt it, right? You've been taught that's not enough. It's not your heart that gets you into trouble. It's your mind. It's your thinking, right? Feel your way through life. Feel your way through life. The more you think, the less you know, right? Feel your way through life. And the more you do that, the stronger it becomes. So stop blaming your heart for taking you down a road that was filled with lessons but felt unpleasant, right? You thought your way there. But when you start feeling, you'll be able to get your way out and through, and you'll create brand new experiences, right? When you just feel your way through. Feel. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Spirit just said, nope, that is it with that. But pull one more card though, and let me see what y'all are saying. Shamika said, so Amelia came home from daddy house one day and got in the car and oh shit, my backpack. So I told her not to say that. It was funny though. I know, I can only imagine because she's really, really little. Cheryl said, I don't remember what the answer was, but the meaning of the word was not used in the connotation we use it. Yeah, I can believe it. It's even like the middle finger, right? I shared something in the United Light Beings Awakening group, right? Where it was originally used to bind any energy that was sent your way, right? It wasn't used in the way that we use it. It's even like, oh gosh, the SWAT sticker, right? You know, when Kanye was wearing that on his jacket, everybody thought Kanye was just off his rocker, right? But in reality, Kanye is very enlightened, right? Buddha, if you look at original Buddhas, it's on Buddha's hand, right? That's not a symbol of hate and racism and all these things we've been taught. It's a symbol of peace. It's a symbol of love, right? But just because a group took it and made it their own, now we've now given power to what they represent, and that's not what the symbol means at all, you know? So it's really about us uncovering and exploring and opening our minds and our hearts to receive new information, seeking new information. And when we're seeking and we're open to receive, then spirit is going to put things in front of us that will expand our knowledge. But if we're just comfortable and choosing to stay in that little bubble of existence of what we, you know, the little track homes, if we stay there, and we don't ever step outside and explore, then that's all we're ever going to have, you know? And it's just not the best place to be. It gets boring there, you know? Robotic, boring. And it's reminding me of that movie where it was like they were, why am I hearing, is it me, God? Wait, what? That, remember that book, Is It You, God, It's Me, Margaret, or something like I'm hearing that for some reason. And look, we got the thinking man. And again, 10. And right now we have 12 people on 12 likes and it's 232. So look, spirit is really showing us right now these synchronicities, you know, spirit is moving through us. Spirit is speaking to you, to me, and spirit is really stressing the fact that you are protected. You have divine guidance. You have divine support. The ascended masters are around you. And all that you are required to do is to, first of all, I'm hearing call on them. Secondly, open your mind, your heart, and your spirit to receive, right? Trust and know and believe. Like really have that conversation, right? Where you're asking, who am I? Why am I here? What am I meant to do? What are my powers? What are my gifts? What are my talents? How am I meant to utilize it? Like literally start having a conversation. And what I'd like you to do, if you're open to it, I would love for you to get a journal. And as you ask these questions of spirit, connecting to your solar plexus, your soul, right? Write it down. And then next Wednesday, share what you got. Cause I'm so curious to know. But spirit is again saying, stop thinking, just feel. So I'm glad spirit said, pull one more card. And that was just to really drive that home. Cause look, let me just show you something really quick. I'm being told to look at, to look at these two pictures, right? Okay, so look at the thinking man. Oh yeah, he has a nice, beautiful, shiny crystal in his hand, right? But that's all he's focused on. Is just that. Now you look at the magician, he's receiving from his crown, he's receiving from his hands, he's also creating. His focus isn't just on one thing, he is there as a vessel, right? He's just, I'm open, use me, right? I'm open, use me. I'm open, use me as a vessel of highest light and love. And as he's standing there open, he's receiving from every which way. This man is thinking, and he's like, I think this is a nice shiny crystal. I think it's pretty. I think it has some value. I think it's, yeah. But his only focus is on that crystal. So he's missing out on a world of blessings, right? He's missing out. So this is you by nature. This is you by nature. And you can create so many things through your feelings, right? You can create so many things through your feelings. I was having a session with a client and it came through to, teach them the whole matching the vibrational frequency of what you're manifesting, right? When you can match the vibrational frequency, make your vibrational frequency match the vibrational frequency of what it is you're choosing to create. Now you're feeling that vibrational frequency and you just become this human magnet to manifest it, right? It's not even about manifesting it, right? Even in the Bible, it says things are to be made manifest. It's already manifested. It's already existing in a parallel universe. What you're doing is you're bringing it to you, right? It's like, if there's a piece of metal over there, even though it's there, it hasn't attached to me yet because it's over there. But when I become a magnet, now it's here. It's already there. Any and everything that you are choosing for your life, for your existence, it already exists. So really, it's just like align. Spirit's like align with it, attract it, allow it, right? It's already yours. It's already yours. The heavy lifting has already been done, right? It's already been done. You just free yourself from carrying junk so you have space to receive it, right? That's all. That's all. Let's see what y'all are saying. Cheryl said, I pick up on energies very well. Yes, 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 yes. And this is, I don't know if you saw that. I'm laughing because listen, I was in my session with Jillian last week and it came through about me wearing the color red, right? And so that red sweatsuit, I got it from Fashion Nova and it's a 1X, which is too big for me, but it's super comfortable, right? I often put that on when I'm going to the grocery store or even if I'm going to see a movie, right? And so we were going out and it was raining, but it wasn't real cold. And I had it on and I'd asked my mom to hold film me showing you guys the protection because we always talk about it, right? And so it was funny because it was so big and I was just like, oh, well, I don't even know why we started talking about that. When Spirit talks to me and then when I start telling you guys like just random stuff, sometimes my wires get crossed, so bear with me. But yeah, so anyways, I don't know where I was going with it. Who knows? Maybe you know. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I was wearing the color red because it's a grounding color. So I'm just going to keep reading your comments. My mom said, I am perfect, whole, and complete. And so it is. And so it is. And Alice said, are you there, God? It's me, Margaret, Beverly, Cleary, Ramona, the Brave. Yes, I used to read those books all the time. Cheryl said, sometimes when I use cuss words, I feel better. It's like it helps me to express what I'm feeling more. Yeah, why do I do it? I mean, because it'll be funny, like, it's funny. Like me and my kids will be joking and talking, and it's just sometimes when you say something without the cuss word, it just takes it away, that relationship of having your kids be like, you're so weird and shaking their heads, but then when they're laughing, like that's priceless. And so that's the kind of relationship we have. It's like, they're just like, my older son is really laid back, but even they're just used to me. But my younger son has no problem. You're weird. You just get weirder by the day, but he loves it. He loves it. So why were you having me talk about the red sweatsuit? I'm curious. I just heard, nope, keep it moving. Okay. So that was our message today. That was our message today for our Empower Hour. If you are still on and you would like your personal mini reading, then we are going to now move into that space. Oh, 232. Look that up is what I'm being told. So let me go ahead and do that so I can share that message with everyone right now. And we have 14 people on right now and 12 likes. So if you are on and you have not liked this video, please go ahead and do so. And if you are on and you have not subscribed, please do that too. I appreciate you so much. So let's see what 232 is. I'm still curious as to where we went with that sweatsuit conversation, except the fact that it was super big. Oh, we were talking about, Cheryl, thank you, Spirit. So Cheryl, you said that you pick up, I'm going to come back to that. You say you pick up on energies. And then I was asking you if you had seen the video I did yesterday with showing you all how to protect. That is a way to help you not pick up so much energy, right? Not pick up so much energy, and also help you filter between the types of energies that you pick up on. Thank you. I was like, I know there was a reason we were there, but I could not remember for the life of me. Okay, so 323 is a combination of the vibrations of number 2 appearing twice, doubling its attributes and influences and the energies of number 3. Number 2 resonates with faith and trust, diplomacy and cooperation, duality and finding balance, relationships and partnerships, intuition and insight, service and duty, and your divine life purpose and soul mission. Number 3 relates to optimism and joy, inspiration and creativity, self-expression and communication, manifesting and manifestation, imagination and intelligence, energy, growth and expansion, spontaneity, encouragement and assistance, talent and skills. Number 3 is also the number of the Ascended Masters. Now remember, we had 12 on with 12 likes, and that's 33, right? So angel number 232 is a message to stay focused on your aspirations, goals, and expectations, and stay centered in your faith and trust. You are working in alignment with the energies of the Ascended Masters, and they are currently helping and guiding you through your next life steps and actions. Maintain a diplomatic, harmonious, and caring attitude towards others, and you will find that all you need, cancel, delete, need, all that serves your highest good, will fall into place for you in divine right time. Angel number 232 is a message from the angels and Ascended Masters that they are available for guidance and assistance whenever you ask. Call upon them whenever you wish and have faith and trust in yourself and the universal energies as you serve your divine life purpose and soul mission. And angel number 232 breaks down to the number 7. So look at Spirit. Look at Spirit driving it home, right? Driving it home. We were just talking about asking. Whatever you ask, you'll receive. Whatever you ask, you'll receive. I told you all before how I was literally a little bit baffled by this whole chemtrails thing. And I'm just like, I know they like to kill us off, but killing themselves in the process? What are they doing? Like, are they taking a pill? Like, do they get a shot? And I'm really curious, like, attempting to figure this out. I'm like, a pill, that'd be, I don't know about that. And Spirit told me, I mean, I had been like on this mission, like in Washington, and I was in California, and I saw it, and I was thinking, I was driving, and Spirit said, it's through the food. It's through the food. They spray our food with chemicals, right? They spray it with chemicals, and there's certain chemicals in the food that once inhaled that chemtrail air, once it's all combined, now it creates this, whatever they're doing to kill us off. But all they have to do is just eat organic, right? And not eat the foods with the chemicals. Oh, okay, Spirit, wow, that makes sense. Thanks for that information. And that's how it is. Whatever you're seeking, Spirit, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? I know I'm here for more than just surviving and paying bills. What am I here to do, right? Life coaching, right? You know, anything I ask, Spirit guides me. And again, this was before I got to the point where I hear Spirit as clear as I hear you. This was before, you know? So when you ask, Spirit will answer. And right now they're reminding us that we're here. We're here. Just call. I'll be there on the double. So yeah, let's see what y'all are saying. Cheryl says, sometimes when I use cuss words, I feel better. It's like it helps me express what I'm feeling more. My mom said, yes, I appreciate it. Cheryl said, my phone is getting on my nerves. It keeps lagging. I'm definitely going to have to watch the live stream again. My mom said, yes, they talk to you about everything. They really do. Oh, thank you so much, Brianna. I appreciate you too. TK said, I just got a reading with Nahkila. Okay, thank you so much, TK. So are you going to do a general message or do you have a question? So yes, anyone that's interested in doing a reading, I'm going to share the Cashapp link with you there. Oh, I love you too. Who are you? Because I don't see a name. I just see a picture. Anitra says, which link do I use for today's reading? Anitra, do you have Cashapp? Because if you don't have Cashapp, I'll share the PayPal link. Okay, you got it. And so, and just so you guys know, oh, I'm so grateful to hear. I'm so grateful. Tara said, everything you're saying is touching deep. Oh, okay, awesome. And look, weren't we just talking about we love naturally, right? We love naturally. I love you too. So that's awesome. I love how you have that as your name. Okay, General for TK. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh my goodness, wait, you guys, I'm going to turn this around for you to see, okay? My mom's fur baby. I moved my rug because, you see, can you see? She's over there loving that air. But I moved the rug because she, you know, she's like new here. She had medication on the plane. I'm like, listen, we're going to move the rug because if she pee on the floor, we good. We just wipe that up. But so far, she went straight to the potty. Her and Ganesh, I'll just be glad when they get to a point where they're not afraid of one another. They're afraid of both each other. But Taya is so sweet. She was over there. I don't know if you guys can see her face, but the fan is on. She's literally like this. Like she's just enjoying that. Yes, I'm talking about you. Like she's just enjoying feeling it. Because they came and changed the thermostat. And after my mom and I cooked, I'm like, oh, it is so hot. And my room, oh my goodness, my room feels amazing. It was nice and cool, even though, you know, it's central heat and air. But in my room, it wasn't hot at all. And then my mom looked and she's like, I'm like, is the heat on? She's like, this is up pretty high, like the temperature inside. The heat was on. So when he came and changed the thermostat, he turned the heat on. So yeah, no wonder it was so hot. Okay, so TK, I'm gonna do yours. I'm gonna do yours. You guys, we keep having the mirror effect. We have 1313, which is 44, and that number's been coming up for us a lot. Okay. And anyone that's gonna do the mini read, once you pay your $20, then you can either let me know if you like a general or if you have a question, right? So TK is first, and then Kimia, you're our play date, right? You're next. Mom said, free yourself and the rest will follow. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. The mountains. And then at night, I like seeing the city lights. So it's kind of like a combination of, I get to see the mountains, but then at night I see the lights. So I get to experience like city. And, you know, I'm telling you, some days when I unwind with a glass of wine, I feel like I'm one of the characters from Sex and the City. Seriously. I'd be like, and then sometimes I'm a little ratchet. And you know, that song with Cardi B and that guy, drinking wine in the living room, so it varies. Sometimes I feel like Carrie, sometimes I feel like Cardi. So which deck do I use for TK? Are you having me even use a card for TK? Okay. Oh, but Megan Thee Stallion, let me just tell you, that was me back in the day. Back in the day, I used to go to the club. I walk in, the bouncer be like, there she go. That's the one that be reading them. I used to have fun. But I would, first of all, your shirt is wrinkled, you know. I was a weird one, I tell you. My mama loved Megan Thee Stallion too. People are shocked. She's like, they think just because I'm 63, I can't listen to Megan Thee Stallion. Don't let her start rapping it. Then it turns into Comedy Central. Okay. What is the message for TK Spirit? What's the message for TK? Ooh. Oh. They'll take those or this. Okay. So I was told to take that one and then the one on top from those that fell out. Okay, so TK, you got Angel of Strength, and then you got Strategy that came in reverse. So why is this in reverse? And tell me what her message is with the Angel of Strength. So TK, what I'm hearing is you are your own worst critic, but you're also your strongest ally. Sometimes you're in a battle with self. You're your biggest friend and your biggest enemy. What you're being called to do is to find that balance between who you are today, who you're striving to be, and allowing who you once were to die, just keeping the lessons from those experiences. Now, what the strategy card was coming through for you, and the reason why it's in reverse is because the way things are happening for you right now, you are a little bit still in your head, but you're also not really taking the time. I'm hearing plan, plot, strategize with your ancestors, with your divine spirit team. It's more or less you're taking heed once you receive, right, the message. So what Spirit is saying, it's time for you to become proactive, right? It's time for you to get in front of the situation as opposed to waiting for the situation to happen and then being guided out of it, right? Spirit is really urging you to get in your power, right? Get in your, I'm hearing magician, but then I'm hearing high priestess energy, right? Your ability to create. So it's time for you to really accept that you're gifted and talented, to stop procrastinating on that, playing small, because it's like what's coming through is your soul knows, your spirit knows. And it's just, and the reason why I'm saying it like this is because literally this is how it's coming through. Like for real, you still pretending, you still acting like you not. Okay, so then I heard acting like you're not that fly, you're not that dope. And then I started hearing pretty fly for a white guy come through. So I don't know what that's about, but acting, remember that song, it's the song. I don't know why that song came through. And if it's important or relevant, tell me, but if not, okay. So yes, it's time for you to just really tap into who you are, right? And really what's coming through is releasing that energy of fear and self-sabotage. And what Spirit is telling me to tell you is also about you learning to accept people as they are, right? Learning to accept people as they are. You have a tendency to feel very deeply. You have a tendency to feel like I can fix it, right? I can fix it. And so sometimes your love becomes overbearing and overpowering, right? Okay, so I'm hearing you're not really into allowing people to make their own mistakes is how it's coming through so that they can learn and grow. You're into saving them from pain, right? You know what it's like to be in pain, and the people you love, you're like, ooh, let me just prevent this from happening to you. And Spirit is saying that's not your duty. It's up to them to decide what lessons they learn and how, and their soul has already decided. I'm being told today is also time for you to stop looking at your mistakes, and it's coming through as air quotes because there's no such thing as, okay, I'm hearing things you could have avoided to change the outcome of certain things. Okay, so I'm hearing it's really about you bringing your entire self together, your entire self, everything you've ever been, everything you are, and everything you are to be, right? And not just in this lifetime, but every lifetime. And when I'm being told to tell you to bring it together as it comes together, I feel this intense power, like sit up straight and just allow your spine to be elongated. And like, I feel this surge of energy, like really positive and powerful light, just like entering and just up and down and exuding out, right? So Spirit is saying right now, you're only existing, I'm hearing not only halfway in your power, Not even midway in your power. You're a little bit in your power, just that much. And Spirit is saying you have so much power in there. Don't be afraid that your power is going to blind people or shut people out, right? Because what your power is going to do for those that you're called to connect with, to interact with, it's going to feed them. It's going to spark that divine light and energy within them. And then those that are meant to fall off that power, it's either going to melt them, right? It's going to melt them. I'm seeing it like, I'm melting. And they kind of scoot away because they can't handle it. It's like when we smudge our home, right? We don't smudge our home or not smudge our home and be like, okay, I'm not going to smudge because all this power and this cleansing energy is going to keep people away. We're like, those that are meant to be here will come and those that are not won't. And that's the same thing with your power, right? It's like what Spirit is saying. It's just like that sentiment of the sage, that's your power. So be in it, right? Every day, tell yourself, I am powerful, whole, and complete, right? I am powerful. And say it. Allow yourself to say it with pride, right? Because part of what you're going to be able to do, right, when you allow it is to, and the reason why Spirit says, because gonna be able to, you can do it now, but it's about you choosing. It's about you allowing yourself to be in that space. But what you're able to teach is how you can be proud and powerful, but still humble and soft. How you can be strong and mighty, right? But still humble and soft. It's about that balance. So Spirit is saying it's time for you to come into that full alignment, that full balance, that full accepting and self-love so that you can be your powerful self. Okay, wait. Okay. So I was told to pull from the bottom. Door to personal healing and happiness, right? So I'm hearing what happened that caused you to not be in your power. This is a question for you to ask yourself, because as much as you know about your life, right? There's more to your life, the evolution of your soul that you aren't aware of. So this is a question for you to ask Spirit. This is a question for you to ask. Get out your journal, ask that question, right? And then just allow yourself to receive and write down what you receive, right? And whenever you schedule another one-on-one, we can go over it, discuss it, and whatever healing comes through, we can work on that. So that is the message that I got for you. TK, let me know how it resonates. And thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. I appreciate it. So let's see. So who was after TK? TK said, Meg, boy, even Eve, man. Brown said, girl. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to go up and see the order of, so TK was first. And then Anitra, were you second or was, okay, I'm going to go with Anitra second. Anitra, are you still on? So Anitra, and then Kimia. Okay. So when you guys do the question with the $20, it's a single question. So if you have more than one question, pick out of those questions which question you'd like to ask, okay? If you have multiple questions, you can, I have the recorded reading where you can ask 3 questions, where you'll send me your questions and then I'll record a video and send it to you. And then I also have the 30-minute virtual face-to-face reading and the 60-minute virtual face-to-face reading. But for the $20 readings, it's either a single question or a general, okay? So Anitra, you're next. Okay, so let me just go ahead and disconnect from TK and move into connecting to your energy. Okay. Anitra said a general. So what message do you have for Anitra today? Okay, so sometimes they'll start talking. They'll just be talking. So let me just start telling what I'm hearing instantly. What I'm hearing is Good job stepping outside of your comfort zone and following your soul. You've been allowing your soul to guide you, and this is beautiful because your origin, where you started, is not your final destination. It's not where you're meant to be indefinitely. A lot of people do not have the bravery, the courage, or allow themselves to explore outside of what they know. And it's coming through as know as in familiar and what they've been taught. But you have connected. I'm hearing both. You have connected and you are connected with your soul, and you are being fearless enough to allow yourself to explore the promptings of your soul. Your life is to unfold in this way. The deeper you go, the more you'll uncover, and staying open and staying, I'm hearing, in that place of allowing will get you closer and closer to your destiny. I'm hearing you have began opening Pandora's box. You've always known you were different. You've always known things were different. Some things just didn't add up. And it's almost like what I'm hearing is you didn't always necessarily question it. You kind of just made a mental note, right? And so you've got enough mental notes to where you done put them all together unconsciously. Your mind's been clicking and working, and you're just like, yeah, there's something more than what's behind door 4. Let me go ahead and explore. Let's just get away from the doors altogether. Let's go outside and see what's happening in the green pastures. I'm hearing green eggs and ham. I'm hearing it's because since she was a child, she's always had this knowing. You've always had this knowing, right? And now you're stepping out on faith. And that first step that you took was stepping out on faith in self. And as I'm receiving that, what Spirit is saying, but by taking that step out on faith in self, what you've actually done is you actually stepped out on faith in the divine, right? In spirit and God, because there's always been that separation, right? We've always been taught that there's a separation between self and God, self and the divine, right? When you step out on faith and self, this is when you're truly beginning to connect to the divine, the Most High. Okay, so the question that just heard was, how often do you pray? Make sure you do it every single day and meditate, right? Meditate. So I'm hearing conversations with God are so important because you will receive and you'll hear. You actually have the gift of hearing. I'm hearing seeing and knowing, not so much hearing, is the stronger one. The strongest. I'm hearing the strongest suit. And the knowing, what Spirit is saying, it's not that you don't know. It's not that you don't have that inner knowing, but it's just in regards to which are the strongest, right? Pay attention to the frequency changes when you hear the ringing in your ear, right? And I'm hearing also allow yourself to explore by asking the questions that you've always, and this, okay. So what I'm hearing is asking the questions you've always wanted to know. And that's how it came through, wanted to know. So literally having those conversations and really just asking the questions and trusting and believing that you will receive. Okay. So I'm being told to pull a card for you. Oh, the one in my hand or that one? Oh, okay. The one in my hand and that one. So we have orphaned and we have fork in the road. Fork in the road. I'm being told to really look at this. Okay. So as I pull these cards, I'm starting to feel heart chakra stuff, right? Connect to your heart and breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. Whatever's not serving you, breathe out any fear that may be in your heart. And what Spirit is saying, this is like a past life, a past experience, fear. What I'm feeling as it relates to where you are on your journey, like it's more of an excitement, right? It's more of like I'm ready, right? I'm ready. I'm excited. Like, ooh, this is good, right? But that's wonderful. But there's still a faint fear, right? It's past life stuff. Breathe that out. You know, it's like there's no I'm hearing there's no way to grow to your deepest point unless you've healed what's been buried or forgotten or the things you aren't aware of, right? So with this, the fork in the road, there's an owl, and Spirit is saying that you are very wise, allowing yourself to tap into that wisdom, that divine wisdom that you possess in your soul. Also, there's a monkey on this picture. Spirit is saying, don't forget to tap into your playful side, right? As you're elevating and growing. Remember, we had that talk in our last Empower Hour for all of us. It's not that serious. Spirit is saying, really allow yourself to connect with your inner child, connect with your playful side, and have fun as you're growing and elevating and exploring. Now, what's happening is you are going to be presented with so many options, right? And these options are all scenarios that'll play out in your mind, right? It's like, okay, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do this? Right? First of all, Spirit is saying, does it serve your highest good to do this? Does it serve your highest good to do that? But Spirit is saying, this is where it's going to be really important for you to begin allowing yourself to be guided. And if you look on the side of that, animal, what is that? Is that a llama? You see that little face? And Spirit is saying that's a representation of the angels, of the guardians, of your guides, right? Like you think, oh, this is just a saddle. But in reality, in the simplest, least expected ways, they're always there. Like it's not this grand entrance or this grand, I'm here now, right? They're always there. So Spirit is just saying, move in that knowledge that they are a part of you, right? They are part of you. But as you're elevating, growing, you're going to be tested to see if you are going to make decisions or if you are going to connect and allow yourself to be guided, right? Super important that you're guided. Now, with this orphan card, what I'm receiving is you've always felt a little bit alone, right? A little bit like you just don't fit in, right? And what Spirit is saying is, welcome home. You found your tribe. You found your soul family. Welcome home. Get acquainted. Get comfortable. Take your shoes off and put your feet up, right? Time for you guys to do the work together. Also, time to let your guard down and just be who you are. Every bit of who you are, right? Every bit of who you are. Every question that you have, ask it, right? Every experience you're having where you're feeling like, ooh, that question of which way to go, ask it. Ask for assistance. Spirit is saying you're not alone. Don't do it alone. And yes, this is talking about your soul family in the spirit realm, but also your soul family, right? You being a part of the mentorship. Like there's no question you can't ask, right? So Spirit is saying make sure you're utilizing the entire soul family, right? Being active, being a part. And then also allowing yourself to serve because there's that wisdom, that deep divine wisdom that you have. So when you see questions, answer, right? And when you answer, tapping into that soul. You know, oftentimes, Spirit is telling me to tell you this, oftentimes I will be tagged in things, right? And when I'm responding to you all, I'm channeling, right? I'm channeling. Now, when we're just playing around, it's me being silly. And even then, sometimes Spirit will start coming through and it'll be a channeling. But when you all tag me, I'm not just Nahkila showing up. I'm giving you what I'm receiving. And so Spirit is telling you to get in that mode, right? Where you're allowing yourself to be that vessel in everything, and trusting in the fact that you already know you've been a vessel, but you're becoming an even deeper, stronger, more powerful vessel, right? I'm just hearing don't be afraid to shine. And also what was coming through with that orphan card too is as you grow and you elevate and you shift, there are people that won't always be accepting. And Spirit is saying not to allow, past life experiences you had as an orphan, but also experiences in this life from the past where you didn't always feel like you fit in. Don't allow that to stop you from being you, from shining, and from allowing your growth to be shown, to be seen, to be felt, and to be known. Okay, and that's all I'm receiving for you. So thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. Please let me know how it resonated. And I'm looking forward to seeing you posting and sharing and commenting and serving and just, I'm looking forward to it. So let me see what y'all are saying. Okay. Oh, you are so welcome, TK. I appreciate you too. Oh, Anitra said laughing and crying. Thank you for confirmation. You're so welcome. Thank you. And Camilla, you can ask a question if you can narrow it down to one. If you can narrow it down to one, most definitely you can definitely. Oh, good thing this went out because this whole sage stick was in my lap just now. But I'm glad it went out on its own. So you can definitely ask. So I'm going to wait a little bit to see if you actually would like to keep it general or if you'd like to ask a question. And is there anyone else on this getting a reading? If so, please let me know because then I'll make sure I stay on. I'm just going to disconnect from Anitra's energy and connect to Kimia. Okay, so instantly as I'm connecting to your energy, Camilla, solar plexus. Like this is where I'm being led to like bring the energy, the smoke. So also let me just show you so you can actually see what I'm doing because what Spirit is saying is to have you see this so you can begin doing it. So I'm bringing the smoke towards my solar plexus. The reason why I'm doing it because it's naturally floating in the opposite direction. But this is something you can do. Just bring that smoke, smudge, and bring that smoke to your solar plexus, right? Yeah, so instantly solar plexus, strengthening your solar plexus is what's coming through. I apologize, you guys, for putting my hand in your face. I'm being told to tell you to relax. So take a deep breath. And as you exhale, drop your shoulders. Spirit is telling me to focus on your life purpose. So what I was just told to tell you, your life purpose is to heal and teach. However you go about it is up to you, right? However you go about it is up to you. You're a people pleaser. Stop worrying about pleasing others and begin pleasing yourself. This is a big part of your healing, right? Is to stop being a people pleaser. Focus on you. Take a break and focus on you. The people in your life that make you feel like bending, right, in order to keep the peace or in order to appease them. Spirit is saying take a break from them. It is okay for you to do that. Take that break to focus on you, right? In order for you to help empower others, it's about you empowering yourself first. And I'm hearing that empowered women empower women. Okay. I'm hearing. So what I heard was you also have a problem with brain function. And I'm like, huh? What Spirit's saying is your brain is always functioning. It's always racing. It's always overthinking. And Spirit is saying, turn it off, turn it down, tune it out, right? Allow yourself to be in the energy of peace. So what you're being called to do is really take time for self each and every day, right? It's super important for in the morning for you to have a routine that you do. And I'm hearing mirror work is really powerful for you. It's something to incorporate every day. And meditating is really, really important for you. This will help you to shut down that brain functioning thing that Spirit's talking about, right? Just overthinking. And I'm feeling a little tension in my head. And, and it's coming through more or less. It's not coming through as like an anxiety of fearing the future, it's more or less coming through as you're always planning your future, right? You're always planning and thinking about, okay, this is what I got to do tomorrow. This is what I got to do. Okay, this is what I got to do to make sure this is like this. And this is what I got to do to secure my future. It's coming through like that. But no matter how it's coming through, it still creates the same energy. It still has the same effect on you, right? So if your brain is always overthinking and over functioning, what happens is you're more disconnected from your soul, which is why I'm feeling this solar plexus stuff for you. Like I'm feeling a lot of turmoil right now in the solar plexus. So Spirit is saying, again, all that thinking is disconnecting you from your power. You can even massage your solar plexus, massage your stomach. And as you're massaging it, just visualizing and feeling as though you're pushing that stagnant energy that does not serve you out, right? Pushing it out. Whenever you go to the bathroom, just allow yourself to say, as I'm pushing and massaging this energy out, it's being released through my bathroom time, right? I'm hearing you're like a tree. You're deep rooted and solid. But allow yourself to be that tree that's able to sway with the wind, right? Now, swaying with the wind, Spirit is saying that people pleasing, right? Oftentimes we forget that things that we do that don't serve our highest good, they serve a purpose that does, right? So if you being someone who in the past, we're claiming it as past, has been a people pleaser, you're used to bending and swaying, right? You're used to bending and swaying to the will of others to bring others peace, to bring others happiness, and to keep the peace within a union. Although if you're not responding to your soul, the only peace that's being kept is a false sense of peace, right? But that purpose and you being able to do that now gives you the power to be this tree rooted and solid, but being able to sway and bend and move and flow with the divine, right? Allowing Spirit to guide you. So whereas you may have thought things were one way, being that you're able to move and sway, you're now open to being shown a new way, right? And so Spirit is saying, as you open yourself to being shown a new way, now take action, right? Take action in that information you receive. So again, part of your mirror work, adding this to your list, I am open, right, to receive new information. And I am so grateful for the action that I take based on the information I receive, right? Mirror work, very, very important for you. Mirror work, meditation. I'm hearing self-healing right now is to be your main focus, right? Your main focus as your purpose is self-healing. That's step one. That's step one. Heal self, release the junk. I'm hearing the trauma, the buildup, the stuff that's stagnant, release that. And then move into the next. I'm hearing both step and phase with grace and ease. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Sometimes you don't always let your silly side shine. Let people see more of that. Don't take it so serious. I'm hearing real buttoned up, but you know how to let loose. You just are so focused, right? On what I have to do that you oftentimes forget to allow yourself to be silly. Okay. Anything else? I just was told to tell you to go to the park and swing. Go to the park and swing. Which day? Okay. And I'm being told to pull a card for you from here. Okay. So look at this. You got the need for control of, right? Spirit is saying releasing that need to control things and be more in flow. This will help with your power. And obsession with. So what are you obsessing over? Ask yourself. A power struggle, right? When you allow yourself to be in flow and you release that desire or that need to control things, you become in your power, right? It's not about a power struggle. You'll just be empowered to create and be whatever it is your soul is calling for you to be and do. So I'm being told to look at this side, but your main message was on that side, but you have resurrect, get to the heart of, do or die, you must. So Spirit is saying resurrecting who you are on a soul level, right? Releasing all of these isms and these, I'm just feeling a lot of like chaos and turmoil, right? But it's masked as structure, as maturity, as responsibility, right? That's what it's masked as. So it's like on the surface, it feels very calm and astute, but underneath, it's chaos, right? It's chaos because of where it's stemming from, right? It's not just like I'm mature and I do mature things. It's more stemming from I got to control this. I got to make sure this is right. I got to do this. I got to do that. If I don't do it, who will? If I like to be done right, then I got to do it myself. It's more of an energy like that, right? So what Spirit is saying is on the surface, most aren't able to connect with you on that level of what's going on beneath the surface because you mask it well, but it's affecting you energetically because energetically it's there, right? It's there and you're starting to feel it unravel a bit, but this is because your soul is prompting you to make a change. Your soul is like, enough is enough. It's time for us to change this, to shift this, and to really resurrect, reconnect with who we are as one. Allow yourself to be guided, right? Allow yourself to create that change that you're seeking and just allow yourself to be more in flow. And then you'll be more in control. You'll be more empowered. And you'll be able to manifest and create from that place, right? I'm hearing three things: more active, more proactive, more action, as opposed to responsive. Okay. And that is the message I got for you. Let me know how that resonates. And thank you for allowing me to serve you. Thank you. So let's see. My mom said, what's the name of that Starbucks drink you had? It was a refresher. And it was the mango passion fruit. When I picked my parents up in Nashville, I stayed on the phone until like 3-something in the morning talking to my mom the night before the morning they were coming actually. And when it was time for me to go get them, I was like, oh, I'm tired. It hit me. And Nashville is 2.5 hours away. So I don't drink coffee, but I decided to go get one of those refreshers. I don't typically drink those either, but I figured it was better than an energy drink. And boy, when I tell you I was woke, I was able to do that drive. Total time, 2.5 hours each way, 5-hour drive. So yeah, it really boosted my energy. So yeah. You are so welcome. And you know what? Cancel, delete. I am working on letting go of control and just claim I am choosing to let go of control now. Because here's the thing, I am working on it. If we're claiming that energy, we can forever be working on something. But if we choose it now, right? I'm choosing, right? I'm choosing to release that desire to be in control, or that, I'm choosing right now to release that. Now you put yourself in a different energy, and now you're actually in that action in a totally different way. So was there anyone else after Kimia? Is there anyone else after Kimia? Did I miss anyone? Or is there anyone else on now that would like a mini read? I'm hearing that song. You got the whole world in your hands. You got the whole world in your hands. Spirit is telling us we got the whole world in our hands, right? The whole world in our hands. And our world is our world. We all have our own personal world, right? We're taught that the world consists of everything outside of self and this planet that we're existing on. But your world is actually your existence, your personal existence, your personal life, right? And you have your whole world in your hands. And you have it in your hands. It's a ball of clay. And it's like, what are you going to do with that clay? What are you going to mold it into, right? We all start off with the same ball of clay. We all start off with the same lump of clay. It's the same size. It's the same grade, right? The same color, the same smell, the same taste. And it's like, what are you going to do with your ball of clay? Are you going to create heaven or are you going to create hell, right? What are you creating with your clay, right? You start off with the same capabilities and skills to mold clay, right? But what we create extends as far as our imagination can take us and as far as our belief can take us, right? So Spirit is saying you have the whole world in your hands. See it as a ball of clay. See yourself shaping it and molding it into whatever it is you desire, whatever it is you choose for your life. So, okay. So number one, breathe, right? Just breathe. When you feel yourself in that space of being in that controlled space or overthinking space, just stop and breathe. And you'll notice like some of that tension drops. You'll notice you get calmer, right? You get calmer and just allow yourself to release through that breath, right? Also, when you feel yourself being in that space, acknowledging it and then stopping and literally saying, okay, what am I doing? What are you doing? And here's the thing, be comfortable talking to yourself because literally this is how I would phrase it to myself. Nahkila, what are you doing right now? Where's that coming from? Is this coming from flow or from fear of not being in control? Right? And then I would, this is coming from fear of not being in control. Okay, so now what? What are you going to do about it? Right? And then I go into doing something about it. So being able to recognize when you're there, and then literally talking to yourself like, wait a minute, we're not doing this. We're going to flow. We're just going to breathe. We're going to be open to be guided, right? And in regards to like the deeper things that are creating, because here's the thing, all of that stems from something, right? It stems from something deeper. So these are surface ways for you to work through it. But when you're ready to get to that deep healing of it all, right? When you're ready to get to that deep healing of it all, the offer still stands, right? The offer still stands. So, and even if it's not me, connecting with someone that you trust, someone that Spirit says this person can assist you on your journey so that you can heal those deeper issues that create that desire to be in control, right? Because naturally, when we talk about our tools, naturally we're born in flow. So if we're not there, it's something deeper that's keeping us from being there. And as I'm saying that to you, I'm still feeling lots of solar plexus stuff with you. Also heart and throat stuff. So one of the things I'm being told to tell you is to express how you feel. Don't hold it in. No longer attempting to keep the peace. Your priority is your peace, right? And when you feel upset or you feel hurt, take a few deep breaths so you make sure that you're not speaking out of anger or out of emotion, but then express yourself. Spirit is saying you have a lot to get off your chest. Allow yourself to breathe by releasing what's on your chest, right? It's bogging you down. Speak up is what I'm hearing. Speak up is what I'm hearing. Yeah. So I am going to pull one more card for us as a collective. If you are on and you'd like a mini read, let me know. Or if you've already paid for one, let me know. If I missed you, please let me know. Good. Ooh, man, you guys never see how they fly out. We keep getting this sexuality card. Okay, Spirit, 4. Spirit's telling me look up the number 4. And we have 6 people still on with 13 likes, so that's 10. And Spirit is still telling us, but right now it's coming through good job and in no cycle. So Spirit is telling me to read the number 4 and 1010. And then we have 12. 327 is 12. So we've been getting 12 a lot today too. So let's go with 4 and see what we got. And I'm just being told to say it doesn't matter who doesn't like you as long as you love you. I don't even really know who that's for, if it's for all of us or a single person, but Spirit told me to say that. Okay, so angel number 4. Number 4 resonates with the vibrations and energies of practicality, organization, and exactitude. Service, patience, devotion, application, patriotism, dignity, trust, and trustworthiness, endurance, loyalty, mastery, building solid foundations, conservatism, determination, production, and hard work, high morals, traditional values, honesty, and integrity, inner wisdom, security, self control, loyalty, conscientiousness, reality and realistic values, stability and ability, progress, management, justice, seriousness, discipline, system, and order. Okay, as I'm reading this, Kimia, Spirit is saying, although the number 4 is for all of us, what Spirit is saying is all of these things that are coming up in the number 4, these are all things that need to control. It's like these are all the things that you're attempting to create. And what Spirit is telling me to tell you is all of these things are already within you. So it's not something you have to create, because it already is who you are. It's just your duty to uncover and release the things that are making you feel disconnected from these aspects of yourself. Because again, you are whole and complete. So anything that your life requires in order for you to produce the life that you desire and deserve, it's not about becoming that or creating that. It's already within. It's just allowing it to shine. Okay. So I was told to say that as I was reading that. Okay. So conscientiousness, reality and realistic values, stability and ability, progress, management, justice, seriousness, discipline, system and order, maintenance, constructiveness, dependability and conviction. Number 4 also represents our passion and drive and encourages us to work harmoniously yet diligently to achieve our goals and aspirations. Number 4 is the number that represents the 4 elements of air, fire, water, and earth, and the 4 sacred directions, north, south, east, and west. Number 4 also resonates with the energies of the archangels. Angel number 4 is an indication that your angels are offering you love, support, encouragement, and inner strength, enabling you to do what you need, what serves your highest good, to do and achieve your goals with diligence and proficiency. When you take positive action towards your highest intentions, aspirations, and goals, the universe works in your favor and helps you to establish solid foundations and advance you along your path. That came up earlier, right? Angel number 4 indicates that your angels are around you and that you are able to call upon them for help, guidance, and assistance whenever you feel necessary. Trust that you have all the skills, talents, and abilities to overcome any obstacles and achieve your highest aspirations. Angel number 4 also encourages you to put out proper preparation into your plans and set things in motion with system and order so that you can achieve your goals and aspirations. So as I am reading that and that system and order, Spirit is saying, what were we talking about? Creating those morning and evening rituals and routines, having a system that keeps you on track, right? This is all about being in flow, but it does require us to have systems in place so that we are able to maintain our spiritual health, maintain our mental health, our emotional health, and our physical health, right? So if you haven't created a cleansing practice, spiritual cleansing, a protection, a meditation, right? Mirror work, all of the things that's required for you to maintain whatever healing, growth, and development that you've achieved. Because you can, it's like when you shave. Let's say shaving for what? Is there a reason why that's coming through? Let's take shaving for instance, right? Did I really just give Spirit an attitude? It felt like my face had attitude, even though I didn't feel attitude. But when I felt my face, I'm like, that was an attitude. But anyways, shaving, for instance, right? When you shave, if you don't shave again, the hair is going to grow back. It's the same thing with your spiritual journey. You can heal, you can release, but if you're not maintaining, right, that fuzzy is going to come back, right? Whatever you release around your heart, if you don't have a system and a practice and a routine and ritual in place, whatever you release, it's going to come back, right? So it's a never ending story. It's not a one hitter quitter. We talk about this all the time, right? So Spirit is saying, set that intention now to build a solid practice so that you're able to not only heal and release, but maintain it and continue to grow and elevate. Okay, so now let's see. Spirit said do 10-10 because we always get it, right? We always get it. And there's more to it than the ending and beginnings of cycles. And so Spirit is saying, let's talk about it. Okay, so number 1010 is comprised of the vibrations and attributes of double number 1, plus the powerful energy of number 0, appearing twice, amplifying its qualities. Number 1 relates to the attributes of new beginnings, creation, and creativity, motivation, progress, intuition, and inspiration, happiness and positivity, initiative and assertiveness, attainment, achieving success, and personal fulfillment. Number 1 reminds us that we create our realities with our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Number 0 represents potential and or choice, a spiritual journey, developing your spiritual aspects, listening to your intuition and higher self, eternity and infinity, oneness and wholeness, continuing cycles and flow, and the beginning point. Number 0 also relates to the God force, universal energies, source, and magnifies the influences of the number it appears with. Angel number 1010 indicates that it is a time of personal development, spiritual awakening, and enlightenment. Keep your thoughts focused and intentional on your soul mission and life purpose, and your elevated vibrations will attract abundance and positive energies into your life. Use affirmations and maintain a positive attitude to draw towards you all that, cancel, delete, need, all that serves your highest good along your path. Trust your inner wisdom, intuition, and the guidance from the angels, and take positive action in the direction of your dreams and desires. Action, 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 action. Angel number 1010 encourages you to keep your beliefs, thoughts, and mindset focused upon your spirituality and your life purpose as you are now creating your own reality. Engage yourself in creative and positive endeavors and activities and use your personal skills and talents in a productive manner. Listen to the guidance from the angels and your intuition and serve your soul mission with passion and enthusiasm. Angel number 1010 urges you to pay attention to your intuition, thoughts, and impressions as these are revealing the answers to your prayers and are providing guidance. Trust yourself, the angels, and the universal energies and take direction and action as guided. Step out of your comfort zone and into the direction of your true desires and know and believe that you will find success and happiness. Know and believe, right? Angel number 1010 tells you that you will find personal success and fulfillment in your endeavors. Ooh, come through, spirit. Come through, spirit. That was powerful, right? So let's see what y'all are saying. Anitra said yes for the sexuality card. I know it keeps coming up. So let's see. Kimia said, thank you. You're so welcome. So welcome. Kimia said, I was thinking, dang, all that sounds like me. Hey, Vanessa. We are now on the, hey, Tay. Hi, Tay. We're now on the mini reading part of Empower Hour. So if you weren't on the whole time and you feel led to watch the replay, please do. And anyone that's on, hi, Tay. Let me show you guys Tay. Wait. Come here, come here, come here. Okay. This is Tay. This is my mom's cat. She has 3 legs. You guys have met Ganesh, but see Tay, she has 3 legs. Okay. You were here, so I just had to show you off. Be nice. And please don't get burned by the candle. Okay. That's Tamar. That's my sister cat. Okay. She been real ornery. She actually hissed at me a little bit when I was attempting to pick her up. It's like, girl, you don't scare me. You see how big I am? It works with Ganesh, though. They both scared of each other. I told Ganesh, I'm like, she has 3 legs and she's older and she's attempting to exert her, let me scare him before he realizes that I'm scared. So, yeah. Okay. Spirit said pull another card for the collective. Okay, you can sit there. Thank you for protecting me. You're sitting over my shoulder. Okay. This is for us as a collective. And if there's anyone else on that would like a mini read, either a single question, 1 or 2, or a general, let me know. Okay, so we got Goddess of the Moon and Deceit. Ooh, instantly when I held these 2 cards in my hand, Spirit started bringing the message through. So listen, Goddess of the Moon and Deceit. So this very much so speaks to your intuition, right? This speaks to your ability to receive information, and this speaks to the world around you, right? What we've been talking about, feeding into all that deceitful energy that's being placed out there to keep us in that energy of fear and self-sabotage, right? So Spirit is saying, look at how her back is turned. First of all, look at this picture. Would you trust anybody that approached you like that? I mean, you just feel the shady, right? You can feel the shady. So Spirit is saying you can feel the shady. You can feel the shady. Don't question it. Don't doubt it. Don't second guess it. Feel your way through it, right? And act accordingly. When you feel it, it's okay to say, okay, Spirit, I feel it, right? I'm moving accordingly, but what is this I'm feeling? Is there anything else for me to know? Sometimes Spirit may say, no, just move. Got it. You know, it's like we always like an explanation. Like, you know, it's always like an explanation. We don't have to have an explanation. When you feel the shady, move. But look, this is you. This is us. Our backs are to this. We're not focused on this. Our eyes are focused on the divine, our spirits, our soul, right? And look at how her hand is touching that light. She is connecting to source, right? She is becoming one with source. And all of this is irrelevant. That just could get tossed away. Because when you're here, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters except for the experiences, the beliefs, the thoughts, the people, right, that are vibrating at this frequency. And the more you band together, the stronger it becomes. And just like that moon is shining bright, that sun can light up the earth. That's what we become. We become the light workers that are lighting up the earth. And this energy gets weaker and weaker. Look, it's flipped upside down. I picked it up that way. I didn't even realize it because it was face down. Spirit saying, this is what happens. We take its power away. Turn your back on anything that makes you feel fear, anything that makes you feel hate, anything that makes you feel panic. Don't feed it. Don't feed it. What happens when you lose control? You scratch and you claw to regain control. It's human nature. When you connect to source and you just know I'm in control, it's not something to gain. It's not something to become. I just am. Now you're flowing in that energy of peace. And we just gonna let them be scraping. And we protect it too. So not only is my back turned, but I'm protected with that auric field strengthening exercise we did for tips and tools with that mirror layer, and it's bouncing right off. So you're not even in my energy. I'm in my power. I'm in control. Be there. Be there. Right? Be there. And as I'm saying that, Spirit is saying, and again, to get there, it requires having those routines, those rituals, right? That self-love routines that you do with self. And that flow means like, yes, every single day I protect. Every single day I smudge myself, I protect. That's an everyday thing for me. Every single day I meditate, right? But being in flow means when I'm feeling like, you know what, taking a sacred bath today is going to serve my highest good. Well, that's not a part of my daily, right? But I'm in flow to it, right? Or, you know, doing some candle magic, that would serve me right now. Maybe it's not a part of my daily, but I'm in flow to do whatever my soul is guiding me to do that's going to serve my highest good. So Spirit is saying that that's for us. Yeah, that's for us. Yes, yes, yes. Self-love, self-love. Yes, can't you feel the shady? You can feel the shady, right? Now, here's another thing. As I'm reading that, Spirit is telling me to tell you this. So there was an experience I had where somebody invited me to do something, right? And I was just like, no, I'm not doing this. Yeah, nothing against you, just not how I move, how I operate, not how I get down, right? I'm just not feeling it. And then I was asked again, and Spirit this time said, say yes. So I did. So sometimes, right? Sometimes you're going to feel something, right? And then spirit will redirect you later, and you'll do it when spirit directs you. So this is why we're being told to connect to source, to get back to connecting with our soul, because we may feel this isn't adding up. It's not how I get down, right? But my answer is no. And then spirit comes and say, the answer is yes now. It's a yes. And you just like, all right, spirit, I got this. I'm going to do it, right? I'm going to do it. That has happened to me on multiple occasions, and the outcome has always been positive as a result of saying yes, right? Even though I felt something was off, it's always had a positive ending or positive. I'm hearing income, ENDCOME, income, right? Because spirit is saying it's like it's not the end, right? It ends a period and phase, and things come, whether I'm the receiving party or they're the receiving party, right? So sometimes there's situations that may appear to be off, shady. And shady doesn't always mean a person has an ill intention towards you or against you, right? That's not always what shady is. Let's just talk business, right? Some of us are business owners, you know, and running businesses. So when it comes to collaborating, there may be a situation where you just may feel, I'd rather not attach my brand to this, or it doesn't, you know, I don't flow like this, right? And so that's a form of it feels shady. It just feels off, right? But the big thing here is spirit is saying, when we talk about that flow and being able, like the message that came through for Kimia is being able to flow and bend, is where spirit can come in and say, yes, I know you're feeling that, but guess what? Move in that direction, because there's something greater that's coming out of it, right? You do what I'm guiding you to do. Don't worry about the rest. What you're meant to gain or what you're meant to give is going to happen. And this is where we trust, right? This is where we trust. So there's layers to that discernment and being able to decipher when we're in ego and when we're being spirit led. So spirit was saying to point that out too. Okay, so that's what I'm receiving, and just being told to say solar plexus, really feeding into your solar plexus. Cheryl said, I saw the title of a video that says, don't force creation, be creation. Yes, yes. It reminds me of, you don't have to believe in magic because you are magic. You are magic, but in order for you to utilize your magic, it serves your highest good to believe in yourself. Yes, that's amazing. Oh, and look, you guys, let me just show you. As we're talking about believing, look. Can you guys see the candle? Oh, it says believe. You can't really see it, but it says believe. Believe in yourself. I'm walking on it. I know those weren't the lyrics. Some of it was, some of it wasn't. Okay, so that's our messages for today, you guys. I'm going to ask one more time, is there anyone still on that either paid for a reading or would like to pay for one and have one before I log off? If I missed you, let me know. Let me know. Oh, I said, I believe in magic. TK said, I love that show. You know what? Speaking of shows, I'm going to just have a random chat with you right now while I wait to see if anybody else would like a reading. So when my cousin, I used to call her Nene. That was her nickname, but she, you know, doesn't go by Nene anymore. I don't mind. Everybody called me Kiki. Like most of my cousins and stuff and certain aunts, they call me Kiki. I don't mind it. But anyways, when people get a certain age, they get rid of some of their nicknames. So we'd be at my grandmother's house, my paternal grandparents' house, and they didn't have cable, you know. And so we would be watching Hunter, Heart to Heart. You guys remember Heart to Heart? What else did we used to watch? Hunter was the show. Knight Rider. Now, when MASH came on, that's when it was time to go to bed, because I could not stand MASH. I just couldn't. I didn't like MASH at all. But you guys remember Saturdays, we had the best cartoons. We had the best shows. Facts Alive, Silver Spoon, Punky Brewster was my favorite. Jam and the Holograms. Who remembers Rags to Riches with Tisha Campbell? You guys remember that show? Does anybody remember Rags to Riches? Anybody? And what was the one with Vicky, the robot? Sometimes I watch those shows on YouTube, because you can find them on YouTube. When I choose to connect with my inner child, I'll go back and watch some of those shows. But yeah, what was it called? The one with Vicky? Small Wonder. That's what it was called. Yes, TK. You remember Rags to Riches? They have it on YouTube. Watch it sometimes. I watched the one recently where the sister was trying out to be a lifeguard. And then the younger sister called herself liking the boy, stole the dad's autographed baseball, and the dad saw she was stealing it, so he told her she could have it. But yeah, that was the most recent one I watched. Quantum Leap. I used to like Quantum Leap too. Touched by an Angel. I used to watch that one too. I like that one. But that was as I got a little bit older. You know, those shows I was a little bit older. But yes, Punky was my favorite. She was my favorite. She actually was the inspiration. You know, when I went to Catholic school and I wore uniforms and I had Deodoras when Deodoras were in, and I had 2 pairs. I had a green pair and a red pair. So I would wear one of each to school. That was my inner Punky coming out. And I was in junior high at the time. So, you know, I was watching Punky in elementary school, but I always carried a piece of that in me. So, yeah. My mom said, yes, you watch it all the time. Okay, so now we're just chatting. I don't believe there's any more messages. Spirit may bring something through, and if it does come through, I'll share it. But now we're just chatting. So, okay, so all my life, I really love scary movies, right? It wasn't until my gifts started to come through really strong that I got away from scary movies until Spirit checked me. So first of all, I stopped watching any kind of hunting movies for a while. And then I went to the theater. I was going to see a movie, but it was, I don't know if it was sold out or something happened where I wasn't able to see that movie. So I ended up seeing the movie where, you know, the family was, they created bullets or guns or something like that. And so they had this big mansion. It's based on a true story. And the mansion is actually located in the Bay Area. Does anybody know what that is? Cheryl said, Tay is so adorable. Say thank you. In the movie, the wife was like always building on the house, right? Always building on the house. And people thought she was crazy. They even had this doctor who had pretty much lost everything because he was on drugs come, and they said, if you rate her or say she's crazy and unfit because they were going after the property, then you'll be able to have, and they were bribing him. So when he went and spent time, he experienced what was going on. So what was happening was there were ghosts that were in the home. And so she would build replicas of how they died, and they would pretty much be housed in that area of the house. So there is a message here. Spirit's telling me share it. So one of the things, the reason why Spirit set it up for me to see that movie, and I can't remember what it's called. If you know, let me know in the comments. But Spirit said, when you're being led to do things, sometimes it may appear as though you're crazy. People may not understand why you're doing what you're doing or why you're doing things, how you're doing it. But it's up to you to still allow yourself to be guided and have the willingness to move regardless of how you appear to be. That was the message Spirit was giving me from that movie, right? Because as we are opening our eyes, right? Even now, like I'm, you know, when I'm out and about, I'll be talking to Spirit, and I don't just do it inside my head anymore. Cause I'm like, I don't care what people think. There's sometimes I will be talking to Spirit out loud, you know, not like this loud, but loud enough for people to hear. I don't care. You know, I know me and Spirit know what's up. We talking, we having a conversation. I'm being guided. So, you know, so Spirit is just saying for us to not hold on to that fear of judgment. But when I say Spirit checked me, I had stopped watching scary movies because I felt out of sight, out of mind. You know, don't be putting in my head hauntings because ain't nothing coming haunting me. And then one day Spirit was like, if you don't get up out that fear, don't you like scary movies? I was like, yeah, I do. Spirit was like, well, then what are you doing? Quit tripping, go watch them. And now I watch them again. I watch all of them now. But yeah, so yeah, that's all I had to share. Me and my little rambles. I'd be like, I'm Rambo. Just call me Rambo. I'm going to put on my bandana. Except it's not R-A-M-B-O. It's R-A-M-B-L-E. Ramble. Because I ramble all the time. But anyways, I thank you all so much for allowing me to serve you. I have had so much fun. It is 3:52. Look that number up when you have an opportunity. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. And also, let me just let you know a few things that are going on. So Friday is Friday feature. Javi will be featured this Friday. I believe he said the topic that he'll be discussing is the Friday the 13th topic. And I'm excited to know what Spirit gives to him to give to us. So join us for that. Also, if your notifications aren't on, turn them on because you'll be notified when he's live. Also, you guys, I've been telling you about the United Light Beings Awakening tour. right? And the reason why it's a tour is because ultimately we'll be traveling to different areas in the state and maybe even the world. Who knows where Spirit's going to take it? But our very first conference is going to be here in Knoxville, Tennessee, February 27th through the 28th, which is a Saturday and Sunday of 2021. My birthday's on the 28th, so we'll be able to celebrate you and me together, right? So put it in your psyche, meditate, connect with Spirit to see if it serves your highest good to be there. It's going to be at the Hilton. Literally, you arrive at the airport, you walk right through, it's right there. So it's going to be amazing. There is an amazing lineup of speakers and healers and servants of the light, and we are going to serve you and bring it. I'm just excited. I'm excited. And one of the reasons why I'm so excited is because it's something Spirit told me to do about 2 years ago. And I was just like, okay, I'll do it. But I hadn't received when. And Spirit said, now is the time. Now is the time. It's time. So you guys will start seeing, we're going to be doing the pre-sales for it soon. And the ticket is $77.77. So making it really affordable. The only thing you'll be responsible for is your biggest expense is, your flight, your room, that whole thing. But yeah, come. Meditate. If Spirit says yes, make it happen. You'll be able to room with people if you choose to, but come party with us. Come party with us. We get to meet in person, face to face. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah. So that's what's going on. That's what we're working on now. And I'm just excited. So, and of course, we have the 2020 Activating You Retreat that's happening this October 1st through the 6th. And there's still a few openings available. So if you're interested in joining us for the 2020 Activating You Retreat, we still have some slots. And this one is really focused on manifesting, right? It's really focused on healing and releasing the things that block you from being able to manifest. You're going to learn some really amazing and powerful tools and techniques that you can take home and apply in your day-to-day life. And it's absolutely phenomenal. So yes. And if you do attend the retreat, the group mentorship is actually included for a year. So you have that for free for a year if you attend the retreat. So yay. Woo. But that's all. Those are the announcements. So yeah, we're gonna be having our little announcement time just to keep you in the know, and anything that I say that sparks your interest, as Spirit says, go for it. It is my advice to you to do it, because there was a time where I was on can't remember what it's called, but Lisa Nichols had something going on, right? And I was on there, and when she mentioned it, I was like, okay, Spirit said go. I was like, okay, now listen, I didn't know how I was going to get the money. I didn't know how I was going to do what I was going to do. And it was to the point to where I was on my phone watching and my laptop. So I got off of my laptop, went ahead and secured my ticket, got my ticket, right? And then I'm like, okay, now what am I going to do now? Let me search for roommates to room with, right? I found some roommates so we could split the room costs, right? And then to this day, I have clients from that experience, right? I'm still serving people that I met because of that connection, right? That connection, me making the choice. And let me tell you where my money energy was at the time. It was so bad that I had an eviction notice on my door while I was there, right? So this is what I say when Spirit tells me to move, I move. I didn't know how I was going to have the money for the flight. I didn't know how I was going to pay for the room, but Spirit said do it, and I did. And I kid you not, to this day I'm still serving from connections I made from that one time of saying yes when Spirit told me to. So I say that to say whatever it is, it doesn't have to be something I'm offering, but whatever it is the Spirit tells you to move towards, when you do, you don't just get blessed once. It's like, we talk about that fish and bread, right? That story about that fish and loaf of bread, that's what it is. It's your blessing. They continue. They don't go away. They don't disappear, right? When you say yes to what Spirit guides you to do, just like your healing is not a one-hitter quitter, neither are your blessings. So, and that was how long ago? Speaking right, how long ago was that? That I really started my business in 2016, and it was the same. I believe it was the same year. So yeah, and we're in 2020, and I'm still serving from connections that I made there. So it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm grateful. So yeah, and if you're interested in the consultation, I'm still doing code ready to make the consultation $20.20, and you can find that link in that little description box. One last thing. See, I'm Rambo. I'm putting my bandana on. One last thing. I realize some of you may not know where the description box is. So, because it doesn't just show, right? For some of the videos, there's like a little arrow. You'll see the title of each video, and then you'll see where you can like and subscribe. There's an arrow thing that kind of points down. It looks like that. If you push that, click on that, it drops it, and then you'll see all the stuff I'm always referring to when I say check the description box. So, yeah. So that's it. That's it. Let's see what you all are saying. Anitra said, "Ooh, I stopped watching scary movies. Too real for me." You know, I was just like, that haunting stuff is real. And once spirits started speaking and I started seeing stuff, I'm like, no way, baby. But now, you know, I watch it now. But literally, I was adjusting. And I really am a firm knower that whatever I'm thinking about, I bring about. So in my mind, if I'm watching this movie about this haunting and I'm thinking about it, well, then I'm opening myself up to be haunted. That was what I was thinking, you know. And then finally, Spirit was like, girl, quit tripping. Don't you protect every day? Don't you control what comes in your home? You enjoy it. Stop tripping. So now I do. But like my girlfriend, my sister, Denise and I, we used to hang out a lot, but we can't watch scary movies together because she's not into them. And I remember another friend I used to hang out with. Nope, I was the only one into the scary movies. Even my mom, she's not into the scary. So, but I go see movies by myself all the time. So, yeah. TK said, that sounds amazing. I'm excited. I'm excited. But yeah, amazing speakers going to be there. It's a great time to network and grow and learn and just, yeah. You're so welcome, Cheryl. Thank you all. So enjoy the rest of your day. And if this resonated, you know, if you feel led to share, anytime there's a video, if you feel led to share, just copy the link, send it in text form, share it on your Facebook. You can even share it on Twitter and invite them to subscribe and join us. You know, invite your friends to come join us next Wednesday. My mom said Mike and I are cracking up looking at Tay in the background. I know, right? I know. She's just all comfortable. She comfortable. So she done moved from Ganesha's spot. That's another thing, y'all. She was going to take over my baby's spot and then had a nerve to hiss. And she's not just hissing. She was growling at him. I'm like, Tay, you're not a dog. You're not a dog. You're a cat. But we call her cat dog because Tay, you know, has some dog tendencies too. So Ganesh has them too, because I love how Tay acts like a dog sometimes. So when I manifested Ganesh, his personality, I manifested that he'd be, you know, a cat dog too. So it's pretty cool. She even barked at my bonus dad. She barked. Like, really, Tay, did you just bark? Yeah. So listen, people are born in certain bodies and feel different on the inside. So Tay is born a cat, but maybe in the inside, she's a dog. Who knows? So, oh man. Cheryl said, I never saw that show. I forgot that, Cheryl, you were delayed. I forgot your thing was delayed. Yeah. But this feels good. I had so much fun with you all today. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I leave you with peace, love, bliss, and abundance. I feel like doing something fun today. Maybe we'll do something fun today. Aside from this was fun. I mean, leaving the house, doing something fun. So anyways, I'll talk to you all next Wednesday. I will see you here next Wednesday. Look, they're coming in. My bonus dad and my mom, they left and they've been, I guess, in the car watching. But yeah, so I will see you all next Wednesday. And again, don't forget to tune in Friday for Friday Feature with Javi. And thank you.